The name of this exhibition is a retrospective exhibition of photographs of myself, Lourie, in memory of Michael Sample, photographer and mentor. When I first started taking pictures, I was about 11 years old. But it wasn't until I was more like 57 years old and I met Michael Sample that I began to understand photography and how to take pictures that I really enjoy watching and looking at myself and hope to share with other people. This particular photograph here was one that I took right after I met Michael Sample. He was the husband of a professional colleague of mine out in Montana, and I had been invited to go out and do some training. And after we did the training, we went on vacation with Mike and his wife and another friend of mine and his wife. We immediately drove into Glacier National Park in northern Montana, where Michael was doing a book signing. And then we went on vacation after that for a week up in Glacier Park. And this is a picture from Glacier Park that I took. It was the first picture I took that I've blown up and worked with since I met Mike. Unfortunately, Michael died in a couple of years ago. Michael died. But as I think back on my photographic career over the last 20-some years, Michael's name keeps coming up over and over again. A number of years ago, I started giving nonprofits a day of photography with me, where people could pay and the nonprofit and I would go out with them for a day to take pictures. A number of people have bought it. Only one person has actually come and done it with me. And what happened, which really kind of focused me on this at this point, was as I was walking along with them, helping them understand my photography and my photographs and how I photograph, every other word was my mentor, Mike Sample. My mentor, Mike Sample. Mike was not a loquacious person. Mike infused in me the ideals of his photography by showing me what he was doing. He gave me very few direct examples. He once told me to watch my corners. He once told me when I took a picture of Mount Kilimanjaro with a beautiful tree in front of it, he looked at me and said, I was hoping he would say what a wonderful picture it was. He says, "Is that a picture of a tree or a picture of a mountain?" Those little comments were the things that began to focus me very differently on photography. He taught me that when he went to a scene, he didn't just take his camera and start taking pictures. That he would walk around the scene. He would feel the scene. He would understand it. I must admit that I haven't learned to do that completely yet, but I try to do that more. It turns out that most of my pictures, like this one, were the first one I took at that site. I see something pretty and I take the picture. Mike unfortunately died a premature death at the hands of some inner city violence in Billings, Montana, and I miss him very much, but I remember him daily. And this retrospective exhibit of photographs from my last 20 years really is a tribute to him. Thank you.